Well, it was a draw for Aston Villa that felt like a win because it came against Manchester City, a high-flying, high-scoring Manchester City with Erling Haaland. Yes, he still got on the score sheet, Janusz, but Aston Villa huffed and puffed as well. They did their best to stop them. And my Jamaicans are on fire today. First, Michail Antonio, and now Leon Bailey getting the equalizer. That means so much for Steven Gerrard based on the pressure. But first and foremost, of course, let's take it from the City angle. What did Villa do so well to frustrate them, and a City that you expect would break through any wall put in front of them?
Well, a couple of things. I think if you look at Villa, I mean, a massive game for Steven Gerrard, right? When you look at this Villa team up until now, I mean, they haven't been good. And I don't even want to mention the name, the Arsenal, the Palace, the Bournemouth. I mean, we've seen them. And part of the knock was lack of identity, maybe the sort of discipline, organization, right? With Gerrard, we've been asking about that identity for that team. And today they showed it. I suppose it's always easier when you're at home against a team like Manchester City, because you know that if you make one or two mistakes, it's probably early doors. So I look at that, and they really, really did a good job in the center of the pitch, right? I mean, they obviously surrounded Erling Haaland, although he did get loose, didn't have a lot of touches, didn't have a lot of chances, in fact, a lot of shots, but when he got to it, he obviously punished Villa for that. But for the most part, I think what Villa did was that 4-2-3-1 for the most part system. Not only did they defend well, but they asked questions, and that's what you have to do against Manchester City. Liverpool has showed that before the season, obviously, in the Community Shield. Newcastle United showed that, leading 3-1, ultimately was 3-3. And Villa showed a little bit of a balance there. So I think that's the biggest takeaway when it comes to Steven Gerrard. He needed that absolutely badly. We know that there is a lot more talent, and they were kind of aimless up until now. We've been asking, like, well, what do we make of this team that on paper has got the names? But so that was big. And for Manchester City, I think it's hope for everybody else. I don't think there was a terrible performance, but one that, you can question the back four, who's been all over the place up until now. I've mentioned Newcastle game, and in terms of Ruben Dias playing with Nathan Ake played well, got injured, now he's back. Had to come in. Stones comes in, Laporte, and Kyle Walker, who I thought was really, really bad against Newcastle and Alain Saint-Maximin. And today he wasn't that much better defensively on that right-hand side. And ultimately he came off when Manchester City late in the game went to 3 in the back, inserting Nathan Ake. But other than that, look, as I said, I've called them the four wizards. I don't know if that's good, and maybe I should stay away from that. But technically gifted players, we all know them. Phil Foden, De Bruyne, who was good, Ilkay Gundogan. And I think it was only De Bruyne that was at his peak, at his game, right? And everybody else just a little bit off. Bernardo Silva is one of them as well. They're always looking for Haaland. They eventually found him. As we know, 10 goals, 6 inside the 6-yard box, and the other 4 inside the penalty area. So it tells you what you need to do for the most part. And I think Villa did a pretty good job in, in limiting Haaland to just that.
Yeah, exactly. As we've learned, it's very hard to limit Erling Haaland to even just one goal, or Manchester City, to just one goal, whether they're home or away. But just to pick up on that point, you spoke about City's defense and what Pep wants to do to find, that perfect back line or so, because this is Pep Guardiola, someone that usually has it all together, usually has his, side set down, written in stone. And this is a Manchester City squad that has, a wealth of options as well. So what do you think is the best backline there? Or what do you think's going on, why Pep may not have it 100% yet?
Well, we don't know, but it's an issue, and it's an issue for everybody. That's why I'm not going to go hard here on Manchester City. We've seen it from Liverpool. Remember a couple of years ago where every center back was out, right? And they had to pay the price with all the talent in the world. You can look at Liverpool right now. They're paying the price for the fact that all, the midfielders for the most part are out or have been out for long periods of time, and even in the back. Just maybe Van Dijk not at his best. So look, you can be wonderful. You can have great players. that you've paid, millions and millions and millions of pounds, but you've got to have these top players in there, and that's why I think Manchester City will find their groove. As I've said, when you lose points early in the season, it's just a question of how many and what does the opposition do, right? Liverpool dropped points. Manchester City could have taken advantage. I fully believe that's. I mean, I don't know when Pep Guardiola gives the squad out, but I think he saw this weekend as a chance, right? Because well, Merseyside derby. Anything can happen. Doesn't matter what Everton do, right? You look at Arsenal playing against Manchester United at Old Trafford. He's got Champions League away to Sevilla. Could have saved some of these players. He played everybody that's significant in this team. Sevilla has to go get over Barcelona in an hour's time. So that's not going to be easy. He could have rested a couple of players for that, but he didn't. I think he really, really thought that getting the 3 points here was going to pay dividends. Had he done that, that's 2 extra points on Liverpool. We don't know what's going to happen with Arsenal, but so today I think it was just one of those games where Villa just showed how desperate they are. They also showed that they're fully behind Steven Gerrard. They showed how wonderful Villa Park is, and that desperation of needing a result and needing some sort of a momentum was there. But look, let's be honest. I mean, we were one good pass away from City winning this, but credit to Villa for that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.